Hey, good morning. How are you? I am live this morning. Today I'm going to talk about natural hair setbacks, and if you've had any, we can talk about it. So I have my hair in an updo right now. So hopefully it's not too messy. Well, it is. All right. So I think at some point we've all gone through just one second. Okay, I'm back. Right. So I think we've all gone through some sort of setback, and for me, before I started YouTube, my setback was I was going through a lot of hair loss, and I remember not wanting to start YouTube because my hair loss was so drastic, and I was afraid that I would lose all my hair. Actually, no, I was losing handfuls, sometimes 2 sets of hair. And I remember when I would come out the shower or when I would detangle, I would be struggling so much with regard to how to cope with how much hair I was losing. And back then, I was going through polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to. I actually didn't know it was caused by polycystic ovarian syndrome. But I did quite a few things that helped with, like, sort of settling polycystic ovarian syndrome and the cysts in my ovaries and the effects that it would have on my health and stuff. And quite a few of you have asked me quite a few times. You've asked me, Ive, do you know if you are better or if your cysts have gone away? And for the most part, I have not done an ultrasound, a follow-up ultrasound, to find out if the cysts have gone away fully or completely, and I still have to do that, and I will do it soon. But what I have done, I have started taking something called Lugol's Iodine, which I've been taking for quite a few years now. Maybe, how many years? Maybe 5? Quite a few years. I plan to take Lugol's Iodine for the rest of my life. Hi y'all, thank you for joining the stream. Yeah, and one of the things that I want to continue doing is taking that iodine so that I don't have that setback, which is hair loss. And quite a few other things I've done as well have reduced hair loss externally. But definitely I have done a lot of internal work with regard to making sure that my body is able to cope well and reduce the amount of hair loss that I get due to especially hormonal imbalances. Y'all, so are you hearing pounding? Are you? Because it's my neighbor upstairs. Okay. Alright, y'all. So I just hopped on the stream without even looking in the mirror. Yo, this is live, I'm sorry. This is really, really live. There's something in my eye. Alright, so I have a question for you. What is your natural hair setback? I know you all really want that video, don't you? Okay, so let me see. Do you have any natural hair setbacks? Can you post in the comments below? Hey, hi from Maryland, Willow Dean. My 4 happy faces. Hello from North Carolina. Your skin looks gorgeous. Next video on skin care. Are you talking about the skin on my face? Like, whenever you all asked that, I was saying the skin on my face. Are you talking about all my skin? Or the skin on my face? Like, I don't know. But, okay, so what did I do? What else did I do with regard to my natural hair setback? So my natural hair setback was just really losing a lot of my hair. And at some point thinning hair. Oh my god, I look crazy. Nobody said anything? My hair looks crazy. I don't know what to do about it. Okay, what else? Okay, you can't see or hear me. Can you refresh your screen? Okay, let me see if I can type. Okay, I can't type. Can someone tell her to refresh her screen for me, please? type. Can everyone hear me? First of all, let me ask that question. Okay. Alright, so if there's anyone, oh my gosh. I didn't even say that before I started this stream. But y'all, I am so sad about what's happening in the Caribbean right now. I used to live in the Bahamas, so I used to be terrified every time there was hurricane season. I was like, oh boy, here we go again. Although they're pretty much a prepared country with regard to their infrastructure and how they manage and prepare for hurricanes, but there are quite a few countries have been destroyed, like Barbados. Islands have been destroyed. It's really sad, but I really hope that a lot of them get the help that they need. I hope that quite a few other countries jump in and are able to help the other islands that are going through the hurricane right now. So there's a little side step, but it's something I wanted to talk about just briefly. I know what it is like to go through one. It's terrifying. It's nerve-wracking. However, I think we can always pull through with regard to whatever we go through in the Caribbean. We always bounce back at some point, so we'll be alright. Alright, so I want you guys to post. Thank you so much. So a lot of you said you're hearing me, you're seeing me. I want you to post in the comments, what are some of your natural hair setbacks? Can you tell me in the comments as well? I'm looking forward to reading it. Okay, so I kind of set this up badly where the camera's over here and the comments are over here, so it's going to look like I'm not looking at you, but I'm looking at your comments at times, okay? All right. So, okay, so what other setbacks did I have with regard to my hair? Sometimes I go through, like, this is like a mini one, not like a very big one that I go through sometimes, but it's something that would happen from time to time based on my laziness. Like, so for example, like someone pointed out in the comments, dryness, my hair not being able to hold on to moisture. And one of the ways that I've figured out that helps it specifically is that I can't leave my hair unbraided like this for a very long time. So that's the one way to combat dryness, right? When I leave my right here, my hair is dry because I've left it out and unbraided. Someone asked me when I was going to rebraid my hair. So I went on Instagram this week on live stream on Instagram, Ife360TV. And I think it was Wednesday night or something. I went on a live stream and so I had my hair in a braid out. And she asked me if I was going to rebraid my hair. And I said no, because I actually needed to do something for a video. So I wasn't going to rebraid it. And she said, and I should have rebraided it because I didn't rebraid it since then till now. Today is Saturday. And y'all, my hair is dry now. So if I continue that, like not rebraiding my hair, not re-moisturizing my hair every single week like that, if I just keep that up, my hair will just continuously always be dry and knotted and tangled. So I try to reduce leaving my hair unbraided like this for a very long time, because eventually I end up with extremely dry hair over a long period of time. So one thing that I do is that I always rebraid it, one. And two, one thing that's been helping my hair long term, it's the hot oil treatment. So every time I do a hot oil treatment, my hair is like super moisturized. It holds moisture. Anything I put in it, it responds really well. And yeah, like that's one of the ways that I do it overall, making sure that my hair is not does not suffer from dryness. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so Angie says currently mild heat damage. So, how are you combating dealing with mild heat damage? Can you tell us? How are you dealing with it? No, because I don't really use heat, I'm thinking about that. Well, I think first of all, if you're dealing with heat damage, you have to stop the habits that caused it in the first place. Maybe. Perhaps. Yeah, so whether it may have been flat ironing or what's another way for heat damage? Does blow drying cause heat damage too? It probably does. Probably does. Probably. So those things you might have to slow down on some of those things, you know. Hey Michelle, second time catching me live. Thank you. Hi from Toronto, Samara. Alright, okay, yeah, so dryness, yeah, that's definitely one of those things. Okay, so, ooh, it's a good one. Shedding, and so, hi, all, I'm sorry. I'm here, I'm back. Alright, so I was talking about the mercury fillings that I took out, and that was contributing to hair loss, and I was going through detox, and that was going through a little bit of hair loss too, and then at some point as well, after detoxing, my body pretty much seemed to have stabilized, and then I was going through a little bit of more hair loss with regard to my hormones weren't very balanced. Started taking maca powder, that helped as well with leveling off my progesterone. So before I had high amounts or abnormal amounts of testosterone, that pretty much balanced out, and then I started using maca powder, which helped with balancing my progesterone and my testosterone and stuff. So the shedding, which is the point I was trying to get to. The fenugreek, I know I always talk about fenugreek, but the fenugreek spritz that I use in my hair, that definitely helps a lot with it helps a lot with shedding. So if you used to go through like large amounts of shedding, the fenugreek spritz definitely helps with reducing that, and not only reducing, but almost shedding pretty much disappears. And when I went home to Trinidad, I didn't use it. Sorry, yeah, I did use it because I made my mom buy quite a bit of fenugreek seeds and stuff, and she had fenugreek seeds as well in her refrigerator, and she wasn't using it. So when I showed her how to use it, I made my own batch, and that's what I used in Trinidad to make sure that my hair doesn't continue to shed or anything. So it definitely helps with that. So if you're going, that definitely helps with making sure that you don't go through large amounts of shedding. The fenugreek spritz, so it's easy to make. You just grab your fenugreek seeds, like 1 tablespoon, put it in a glass of water, leave it overnight for at least 12 hours to soak, and the water that it soaks in, you can use that in your hair as a spritz. And then you can use the seeds, you don't throw those away, you can use those for sprouting. So you can sprout those seeds, just change the water every day in the seed, just change the water that the seeds have been soaked in every day. And you can use that to sprout, and those seeds you could put it in your salads or your smoothies and stuff. So that fenugreek spritz has made a huge difference. Now with regard to fairy knots, so that's a setback for you. I don't know, like, I don't be bothered, but I get them, but I just don't be bothered by them. I don't know why. But I realized if you want to reduce that, you have to you can't leave your ends like this. This is like the last thing you should do, first of all. You can't leave your hair just exposed, and if it's windy outside, your hair is just going to end up with a whole lot of different tangles and knots and stuff. So you can't leave your hair like this. You have to leave it either plaited or braided, or the ends have to be tucked away up in there. And the other thing too is that what I realized really helps with fairy knots is that if you use castor oil on your ends, so just before you braid the ends of your hair, you want to spritz a little bit more on your ends, and then braid or twist or whatever. and that helps to make sure that the hairs don't get tangled, and then it definitely reduces it for me. My ends have gone from being so messed up to being really well moisturized, and I don't know what I'm doing with my hair because it looks horrendous. Maybe I should try a little tucking something here, but yeah, so that's what I definitely do with regard to reducing fairy knots at the ends of my hair and tangles. And just to make your, maybe ends of your hair are so old, they've been around with you for a very long time, you've got to give them a little bit extra love and attention with regard to how well you protect them, and castor oil for me helps so much with that. Alright. Let me see. Okay. A setback for me is that fenugreek and henna are leaving very dry ends despite using water, sealing with castor oil and shea butter. Really? Really? Well, I don't use henna, so I don't know the effects of it, and I'm not sure. Does henna cause dryness? I'm not sure. So maybe what you can do, maybe you should try like stopping it for maybe a month or two. Stop using the fenugreek and the henna and see how well that works for you with regard to figuring out what else can work instead of those two. Angie says, I just coil the trouble ends, or when I do a twist out, I flat twist them. But I stop with the flat iron. It's not bad. No one can tell but me. Because the curls are looser than they used to be. Alright. And the color didn't help much. So that's another thing I've seen like a lot of naturals on YouTube talk about. So people ask me if I want to dye my hair. No, I do not. I'm going to use everyone's experience as a cautionary tale. I am not going to be coloring my hair. Okay? Especially not with artificial dyes and stuff, or those companies that provide these dyes and say they're so safe, guys. You can use this color and dye your hair and your hair will be fine. No. Almost all the naturals who I've seen coloring their hair and what do you call it? Who color their hair or dye their hair or whatever, or do a rinse or whatever, they all come back like a year later or whatever when they're ready to come clean and be like, yeah, that dye that I did a year ago, ooh, that messed my hair up. I had to cut half my hair off. Like, just don't do it. Just, why? So no, don't ask me about coloring my hair because I ain't go. No, do it. Why am I going to put my hair through that? Why? Okay. You mean color your hair if you want to. That's just me. I'm not going to. Alright. Natural inspiration. Hey girl. How was your family in Trinidad? The aftermath of Hurricane Irma. The hurricane did not hit Trinidad. Hurricanes very rarely hit Trinidad, which is actually makes us very complacent, because every time there's a hurricane coming, yeah, we pay attention, but at the same time, we're usually like, oh, God is Trinidadian, because every time a hurricane's coming, it swoops up and doesn't really hit us. So, no, people, that's not how it works, but, yeah, we rarely get hit by hurricanes. Hardly ever. But when we get hit, boy, it's bad. So Marissa says, thanks. I think I've just gotten lazy with my hair. Laziness is not a bad thing. It's as long as you still do some of the things that you know that work for your hair. But if you're lazy to the point where you stop doing a lot of the good habits, and for me, laziness might be, I put my hair only in 4 braids. That's really lazy for me. Or I just, but I still keep a lot of good habits. So I still moisturize. I still moisturize my hair in the middle of the week, or every 2 days. If it's really hot, like summer, I might do it every 2 days or every other day or whatever. So But keeping it in 4 braids, even though I say it's lazy, it actually makes my job a lot easier, because when it's time to re-braid my hair, I know it's just 4 quick braids and I'm done. I don't feel as though I have to do 20 braids to get my hair back into a protective style. For me, even though it's not cute, those 4 braids ain't cute, they are just very convenient with regard to getting my hair just done and moving forward. Just snap, just keep it going, you know. So laziness doesn't have to be bad. You just have to make sure you find a way for you to still keep up some of your good habits, right? What else do you go through with regard to setback? What setbacks are there? Yeah, so dyeing your hair definitely is a setback for some people too. And some people, they say, oh, all you have to do is take care of your hair and continuously moisturize. And yo, I don't even always moisturize my hair right now like I'm supposed to. So for example, this week was actually a bad week, so I did not do it. But I can't keep it up like that every time. So could you imagine if I dyed my hair? I probably wouldn't even moisturize like I'm supposed to. Like people say, oh, you're just supposed to moisturize some more and take care of your hair more and your hair will be fine. No, I don't even do it when I'm naturally normal. My hair is normal and undyed. I never dyed my hair though, so I really don't know what y'all be going through. Sorry, that sounded insensitive. Sorry. I'm not an insensitive person. Okay, oh, JJ says, in BIM, in Barbados, they say, we say God is a Bajan. See, that is not good. And we know it's not good. We know we shouldn't be saying that, you know. Because one of these days, a hurricane will hit and we'll be like, oh, I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared. Alright, so if you're watching me for the first time, hello, join in and say hi. Tell me about your natural hair setback. Also hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, thank you. And then also subscribe if this is your first time, because on this channel, we do a natural hair stream, we do a natural hair live stream every Saturday. No, Saturday for me, morning for me, but Friday night for you, because I'm in China right now. And I also put up a new video every week. Usually it's a helpful video with regard to your hair. Oh boy, my voice is cracking. Can you tell? I woke up not too long ago. Alright, so do you have any other natural hair setbacks you want to share with us? Anything? Please post it in the comments below and I will read them. Alright, so let me see. What other natural hair setback? A lot of these things that I'm thinking about is things I used to do before I started taking care of my hair. So, I used to cut my hair. This is not something I do anymore, but it's something I used to do. I used to trim my hair very often, maybe every month or something. I used to take like a scissors and be like, oh, it's the new moon. Let me cut my hair. Don't ask me why. I read it somewhere in a magazine or something and they said that, so I was like, ooh, I want longer hair. Doesn't work like that, you face. So I did that. So that obviously is a setback. Cutting my hair so often, my hair wasn't going anywhere. It was staying short right there. It wasn't going anywhere. So cutting my hair too often was definitely a really poor setback. What about the opposite? People who don't trim their hair very often as well. That might also be a setback for you. So I might fall into that category because last time I trimmed my hair was in 2015. I know from time to time, if there's a knot in my hair, I take it out. I'll cut it out. I really don't care. But the last time I trimmed my hair was 2015, before I came to China. So it's almost 2 years now. Wait, it's probably 2 years now. Yeah, since the last time I trimmed my hair. And back then, I trimmed my hair because I could no longer detangle my hair without my ends getting so tangled. But what I really should have probably done was just train my hair with some castor oil to revitalize it and nourish the ends. But I didn't do that. I just cut it off And but for some people, every 2 years might not be enough. You might feel as though you need to trim your hair every 6 months or every year, but that depends on your hair and the health of your hair and what you're trying to achieve. And also if you got a lot of split ends. Now, I found a couple of split ends in my hair the other day and made me realize, hey, maybe you need to trim again. So I will consider, yeah, I'll probably trim it sometime soon and see how that would help my hair as well with regard to making sure that my ends are properly taken care of. So some people, they might be trimming too often, like what I used to do back in the day, and then now not trimming enough, like what I do now. So don't be like me. Like everything I tell you all, I'm like, don't be like me. But seriously, don't be like me. So what definitely helps too with my hair is those hot oil treatments and those aloe pre-poos. So that probably might be why I don't see the need to trim my hair right now. Okay. Let me see what you've been saying. When you do the same 4 braids over and over, do you get breakage around your parts? Do I get breakage around my parts? No. Not really. Not really. I haven't observed it. Maybe I should observe that. Remember I told you my hair broke off prior because I was using, well, I didn't really tell you all this story. I never really tell you all this story. But my hair broke off prior to earlier this year because I used raw black soap in my hair. That broke my hair off. So there is breakage because of that. And it's growing out. So I can't tell if it's the breakage because of the 4 braids, but I've been doing the 4 braids for long before that, and I didn't see breakage. So I see breakage. This is where I see breakage a lot, which is the nape of my neck. That is where I get quite a bit of breakage, and that's starting to grow out as well too. That's starting to grow out. So, but that's a great question. And for some people, that might be a setback. So you might want to recycle your part your hair differently. Sometimes I do part my hair differently. Sometimes I part, so before, like I would have part down the middle in the front, I would go more to the side here and part on the side to do a small braid on this side and a larger braid on that side. So that's a great way to recycle your part. Excuse me, the back, I don't really recycle that much, but that's a good one. That's a good question too, actually. Lavendi, I love your video about the kids. It's so funny. Thank you. But that's what really happened, though. How often do you wash your hair? Weekly or monthly? So, I can't wash my hair once a month. Ooh, boy, no. I exercise. Well, lately I've been riding a bike 4 kilometers to work in the morning. I'm a sweat ball by the time I get to work. And then 4 kilometers home. In the evening, y'all, I'm sweating my off. So my hair, it gets sweaty too. So I can't wash my hair once a month. That's like my exercise now. So let me just take this off. Yeah. So I definitely can't. I can't wash my hair once a month. It would be so funky. So I wash my hair once a week, and if I really don't feel like washing my hair that week, every other week, you know. But that's the most I would go every 2 weeks. I have to wash my hair every week. I have to. Alright. Is that a setback for some people? How often they wash their hair? That's a good question. Okay, so let me see what else you guys are saying. Shelly T1000 says, hey, love, watching from Kentucky, Lana. Oh, that's funny. Kentuckyana. That's hilarious. Kentucky, Indiana. Always watching your videos. I'm going to try henna, though. Thanks for all you do. You're welcome. Marissa Benjamin. I used to be trim crazy. My husband had to hide the scissors. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, girl, we'll never see length. If that's what you want. Some people don't. Not everybody wants length, but if you want length, you definitely can't be trimming too often. Joyce Campbell. My sister told me she didn't trim her hair for 3 to 4 years. I almost had a heart attack. Was that bad for her hair? Like, how did her not trimming her hair for 3 to 4 years affect her hair though? Or is it that you were shocked, or did you almost have a heart attack because you feel as though she should trim it more often? So the creator says, my stylist combed my hair dry. I let her and I know better. Before I shampoo, I always do a pre-poo with an oil or deep conditioner. I'll never do that again. Girl, yes. That used to be a really bad one for me. Now, this is when, if y'all ever saw my 12 bad habits video, woo, that was one of them. Drying. Ooh, that was a bad one too. Drying with my hair with a towel. I used to be like, causing tangles and knots. But with the, okay, I'm just making my hair look crazier. But I used to use a comb. Let's pretend this was the comb. It was not this kind of comb. It was a fine tooth comb. And I used to rake through my hair trying to get tangles out. That's definitely a setback. That if you do that now, you should not be doing that. Okay, let me take it down. Let me just relax. Okay, but no, seriously, I know better now. It took me a long time to figure it out, but yeah, you definitely should not be using even a comb like this dry in your hair will break it off. So imagine what a fine tooth comb used to be doing. Yo, my hair would never, I was basically trying to go bald. Like, that was my goal apparently, to go bald instead of growing my hair. So that's definitely a setback for a lot of people. If you comb your hair dry, yo, no. I always do it in the shower now when I deep condition with, let me deep condition. Or when you deep condition, or when you when you condition your hair, when you co-wash, when I co-wash. Some of you use shampoo, which is fine. You found a shampoo that works for your hair and does not strip your hair, which is excellent. And you can you can detangle your hair that way in the shower, and that should be able to make sure that you don't lose a lot of hair. I definitely don't lose much hair at all when I detangle in the shower. And I no longer dry detangle. That is like a cardinal sin when it comes to your hair. Hey Anisha, good night. Oh, it's 10:15. Y'all still awake? Okay. We liming. We liming. When we say liming in Trinidad, we mean we hanging out, we spending time. I started to teach my coworkers, because all of them from America. Well, one of them from England. I was like, yo, we use the word lime because the word hangout is just too much to say. Liming. Alright. Okay, so where am I now? I haven't noticed. Oh, before I go there, another setback might be going to the salon. Oh my gosh. And the stylist does not know what to do with your hair. Oh my gosh, y'all, the amount of videos I have seen where people leave the stylist going, I love it. It's wonderful. And when they get home, y'all, the stylist butcher the salon. When I went to that salon, the stylist butcher my hair and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. I don't think I'm ever going to a salon. I have never been to a salon before, unless I took to my cousin to a salon, I think. I took her to a salon, and, well, first of all, I didn't like the smell. Do you see that smell? And, like, the what do you call it? Oh, gosh. The hairspray that they use. I don't use hairspray, so when I go to the salon, the smell, it just bothers me, man. And then the smell, and then if they're using relaxers, the scent is so strong. I can't. So anyways, when I took her to the salon, I've taken my cousin to the salon. That's the only time I stepped foot in the salon. And yeah, but my point is that when you all go, a lot of you come back with be like, yeah, the stylist put texturizer in my hair. Like, I be watching these stories on YouTube. I'm like, no. You're just solidifying the reasons why I am not going to the salon. Maybe I should do a video on that. Because y'all, the stories that y'all telling on YouTube. Oh, I went and the stylist cut my hair dry. They didn't. Oh, come on. Or, well, nothing wrong with cutting your hair dry. But they cut your hair without stretching it. They just chop. They're like, snip, 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 snip. So if I cut my hair without stretching, you know how much hair I would cut off? I have to stretch my hair to trim it. But anyways, my point is that I am terrified of going to the salon now because it seems as though they cause such setbacks with so many people, or they don't have the products that they, am I shouting? I feel as though I'm shouting. Yeah, and or they don't use the correct products on your hair with regard to they use products with high sulfates in them, or which are drying to your hair, or they don't use the right conditioner to detangle your hair, or they don't detangle your hair, or they detangle it dry, like someone said in the comments earlier. Yo, not me, huh? I'm not going to no salon. You have to chain me up. Okay, no. Don't chain me up. Okay, so Michelle says, I really want to try the fenugreek oil and fenugreek spray. I really bought recently bought an aloe plant. Yay! Okay, yeah, so what's stopping you from trying the fenugreek oil and the fenugreek spray? I still can't speak properly. So Laverne D says, I use the fenugreek and rosemary spray and it is wonderful. Which reminds me, I need to make my rosemary spray. I haven't made that in a long time. So I'm definitely going to make that this week. Or today. I might make it today. Joy says, yeah, she had a lot of split ends and got almost all of it chopped off. So this is your sister who hasn't had a trim in 3 or 4 years. Ooh. She had shoulder length hair. It's now a TWA. That's kind of extreme. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. That's scaring me. But no, I don't have a lot of split ends right. Oh, I'm almost knocked over the camera. Yeah, let me see. I have a couple knots here and there. But I don't have a lot. I did see a split end the other day though. When I was going through my hair. So, but I don't have a lot. Let me see. Yeah, but she lost a lot of hair, Joyce. That's a lot of hair to lose. I'm reading your comments, by the way. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. So Laverne said, I made my own coconut oil. How do you not smell so coconutty? Well, the joys of making your own coconut oil is that you're gonna smell like coconut oil. I don't know how to reduce the scent. I'm so sorry. The reason why I don't mind, I never tried reducing the scent is because I pretty much like the smell of it. Now, what you probably could do is mix it with other oils. So mix the coconut oil with, what do you call it? With, you can make an oil mix. So you, in your bottle of oil, put a very little bit at the bottom and then fill up the rest with other oils. So that kind of lessens the scent of coconut oil. That's the one thing I would say. And then add your essential oils with your favorite scents, whether it be rosemary, lavender, whatever other scents, I don't know, lemon oil, I don't know. But use some essential oils in there, and maybe that might help. So maybe that's a suggestion that I would give for anyone else has some suggestions for her, because she doesn't, not that you don't like, you just don't want that strong coconut smell, right? But I love it. I love that. I love how coconut oil smells. All right. Victorious NJ says, all the stories I hear about naturalistas' experiences in salons, I don't want to go to a salon. I feel salons can be a setback. What's your opinion? Definitely, yeah. So I was just talking about that. I definitely think that's a setback as well. I think like they set you up for failure. I don't know if that's their intention though. Because who wants to have a client and you leave the salon and you're not happy? Like I don't understand. And my question is too, when you go to the salon, I feel as though, this is my opinion, and I'm assuming this, right? That some of these salons, hairstylists, do they have natural hair? Do they know what it takes to take care of natural hair? Do they have the experience of what it's like to deal with natural hair? Because if you're going to someone with natural hair, they kind of pretty much have an idea of what is good, bad. Some, they might. They may have bad habits too. But the point is, they have some sort of experience, right? But if you're going to a hairstylist and their hair is straightened, they've never gone natural, they've never returned natural, how do you expect them to really know what's best for your hair? I don't know. Like, I would not go, this is me. If I ever go, I would not go to a hairstylist who never had natural hair. I would not go to a hairstylist or a salon who everybody in the salon has straightened hair or chemically relaxed hair. They really don't know what we have to go through. They would, if, this is my assumption, I could be wrong, but you can tell me based on those who've had salon experiences. You can tell me if I'm wrong, I don't know. But if I go to someone and their hair is natural, they kind of have an idea of some of these struggles, you know? So many things to take care of, to be mindful of. They know some of the things that should be okay for our hair or not so good for our hair. They would have an idea. They should know if we should be gentler when they're detangling. They should know how to wash the hair properly so that it doesn't tangle more. They should know the products to use. I'm not bashing all these salons out there. I'm sure there are salons that know what they're doing. I know. I'm not coming for anybody. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alicia C has, I have a question. How do you get past neck length hair? I'm trying to get to shoulder length and it's been like this for ages. What does ages mean? 1 year? 2 years? What? What do you mean by ages? How long is that? How do you get past neck length hair? So if you watch my natural hair journey, you would see that my hair didn't really go past here for a really long time. I didn't go past this length, y'all, for a long time. And first thing I had to do was stop a lot of my bad habits. So the things I used to do, I had to cut it out. So trimming my hair very often, I had to cut it out. That's a good one. Alright, but no, I really had to stop trimming my hair as much as I used to. That was one. I had to stop dry detangling my hair. I had like OCD with detangling my hair with a fine tooth comb. So I would sit down and I would go through my hair dry and I would be ripping through my hair trying to get the tangles out. That definitely caused my hair to slow down with regard to growth at any length that I would get. I would basically be ripping it out, breaking it off again. So you want to do that. It's a lot of different stuff, a lot of different things. I have a whole video, 12 really bad habits that I had. I have a whole video. I know it's a long video, but it's a comprehensive video on all the bad habits that I had and that stunted my growth. And not a minute, obviously, but years after, maybe a year or two after stopping those habits, I was able to see my hair just flourish. Y'all, I'm struggling to speak. These retainers in my mouth, oh my gosh. I don't know how my kids listen to me at school. I don't know. But yeah, and then so once I was able to cut out all the bad habits, then I introduced some good habits. So I never used to moisturize my hair. So let's say I do mini twists in my hair, I would leave them in for a month or 3 months. I know. And I would never moisturize my hair, you know. So that's definitely another good habit that I introduced. I moisturize my hair much more often. So let's say I would have washed my hair once a month. If I left my hair for 3 months, guess how often I washed my hair? Okay. So yeah, so I definitely moisturize a lot more now. So that definitely helps with regard to ensuring that my hair doesn't get too dry where it breaks off. Because if your hair starts getting too dry, it's going to start breaking off as well. Because it needs moisture for it to maintain its luster, its shine, its body. You know the things that I say. I'm reading your comments. Let me see. Yeah, I answered your question, Victorious. So Joyce Campbell said, my sister went to the salon to get her hair cut too. I think that cut off too much. I think so too. I think they overdid it. They're like, split ends, we got you. Bow, TWA. I mean, split ends doesn't mean split hair. You don't cut it all off. Angie. Luckily, my stylist and her daughter, they're natural. And when she does my hair, girl heaven. I just can't get the look they gave me. That she gives me. Yeah, so that's the other thing too. So the other hand, there's the other side of the spectrum. You might actually get a stylist who's really good. They're so good that you're addicted to going to them. So I guess it will work in your favor. And you won't find out unless you go to a salon, right? So I'm not bashing salons. I'm not telling you never to go to a salon. I'm just saying I'm not trying to find out what they're going to do to my hair. They're going to be like, oh, you pay. I see this. I'm going to cut it all. No. Okay, I'm way too hyped because I haven't had breakfast. I haven't had my iodine. I haven't had anything, so I have no idea why I'm so hyped. How often do you deep condition your hair? Some people deep condition with every wash. What's your suggestion? I do it every 2 weeks sometimes. Sometimes once a week if I have a spare banana around. Sometimes every other week. Yeah, I'm due for one now. I'm due for a deep condition now because I'm due for a deep condition because I have not done one in a long time. Since I've been living here, about almost 2 months now, actually. I don't think I've deep conditioned my hair the entire time. Some people deep condition their hair once a month. It depends on you and you have to really observe your hair. Like some people always ask me, Ife, how do you know when to do this? Or how do you know when to do that? I'm with my body, with my hair, with my health. Like I am very observant. I could tell you specifically what I had eaten to cause my scalp to get dandruff. I could tell you specifically what it is and I could cut it out and my hair no dandruff anymore. So if I go from eating a pretty much simple diet to go into eating like a lot of sugars and a lot of sweets, I know what I need to cut out to stop dandruff from populating on my scalp. What else? So yeah, you definitely have to be observant about your hair to know how often you should do stuff. So for example, you asked me about deep conditioning specifically. Some people need it once a week, some people need it once a month. But for me, I know now I need it because my hair is actually, even though I did a hot oil treatment last weekend, my hair actually did really well by midweek. But it lost a lot of moisture because I did not rebraid my hair midweek like I usually do. And it's due for a deep condition this weekend. So I'm going to do that this weekend. And yeah, so you just really have to observe your hair. And the habits that you have with your hair would definitely help you realize as well what you should be incorporating as well to make sure that you have the best results for your hair. Alright, so this is the latest I've been on a live stream with you guys. It's been a while. Y'all not sleeping yet. Usually you're ready to knock out by 10:30. Alignment. Alignment. Isabel said, how do you do your rosemary spray? Well, I have a video for that on my channel, but it's pretty easy. You just grab some tablespoons. I can't remember now. I think it's like 4 tablespoons to a cup of water. You boil that until the water starts to turn like brown. It turns like brownish, purplish. And then you let it cool, and you add apple cider vinegar. You add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to that, because rosemary tea rinses on their own without anything else. It'll be very drying for your hair, and you get the opposite of what you want. So you must add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to the cooled rosemary tea, and then you could rinse your hair. Some people do a rinse, leave it for 20 minutes, and then they rinse it out. And then, or people actually use it as a spritz. They add it to their spritz bottle and they spritz their scalp and their hair, whatever. But if you don't want to smell like, do you smell like rosemary? It has a little scent to it. If you don't like the scent, you could do a rinse. But if you don't mind the scent, you can just do a spray. And you are just fine. Y'all, my edges, look at them. They're coming in. Because of the rosemary spritz and the fenugreek, which I haven't done a rosemary spritz in a long time. So, sorry, I have a little tickle in my nose. Laverne. Most salons do not have understanding of how to deal with natural hair and the correct products to use. They were not trained to cater to naturals. Laverne also says the new salons are on the rise that cater to the natural hair processes, mostly New York and Houston. Please ask your stylist first if they have worked with natural hair and products. Okay. Natural salons have to be natural specific to deal with the correct treatment of natural hair. Very good advice, Laverne. Thanks for sharing. This is a very long live stream. I have not done one this long in a long time. Okay. Alicia C says, thank you for answering my question. I have good hair care practices, but the only thing that I do is leave my hair out a lot. I don't know if that could be a setback. That definitely could be a setback. If I leave my hair like this every day, y'all, I would not have a lot of hair by the end of when? By the end of the month? If I do this every day for a month, I am not experimenting with this. You know, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I'll experiment with this for you guys to show y'all the effects of it. No, this is not one of them. I am not going to leave my hair open and exposed to the elements, unbraided like this, for a month just to tell y'all, hey, it was bad. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so... and someone even commented and said, oh, it's normal to have your hair open all the time. Why is everybody braiding their hair? Girl, you could do that on your own. I'm not going to try to help you out. I mean, you could do it and you can figure out if it's good or bad for you. But for me, I know. Because I used to do it. That was one of the bad habits too. And that is definitely a setback. So, it causes so many tangles. It causes so much dryness. Your hair is so... Right now, my hair is dry because I did not re-braid it. Every night I would come home, I would, sometimes I would wrap it up like this, or sometimes I would, I would just spritz hair and put my oil, tie my hair down, and then this is like rubbing all over my pillow, and, y'all, no. So I don't do this often. If I do this often, I would lose a lot of hair. And I used to be fooled by that when I first started to really observe what I want with my hair. I used to be like, ooh, I want to be like those girls who walk around with their hair open and in their hair loose curls, walking around all day long. And I realized, there's no way. It took me years to figure that out though. Like, they don't go to bed like that. They wrap their hair up, they braid it, they go to bed looking uncute at night so that when you wake up in the morning, they can fluff their hair, open it out, and it looks fresh again. But they definitely don't go to bed like that, guys. You have to do something at night, whether it's you spritz and rebraid or you wrap your hair. You really spritz all your hair. Sometimes I'm lazy and I spritz only hair, but you have to spritz everything and wrap your hair up so that it doesn't... So your ends get some time to recover for the next day. Yeah, definitely don't do it anymore. Angie says, I won't go to someone ever again. Oh boy, I hope not. Trisha says, hey, Ife, gosh, I think I need to set an alarm to catch this live feed. Yes, girl. Notification squad. Who got a notification today? Angie. I deep condition once a week. That's good. That's very good. I used to as well. I need to get back in that habit too. I think I need, Alicia C said, I think I may need to deep condition too. I haven't done one in ages. I just need to find a good one that's not sheer moisture. So I don't use store-bought deep conditioners. It's stuff that I make. So I have a few recipes on my channel. So I have one with aloe. No, I have one with banana and like oils and stuff. And then that one was nice. But y'all, when I added aloe to a deep conditioner, I was like, this one is even creamier and silky, and my hair responded so well. I think it had aloe, banana, some oils, some apple cider vinegar. It was, my hair, when I was done, I was like, I loved it. So it changed the texture of my hair completely. And the moisture retention was insane. So if you feel as though there's nothing else you think you could possibly do to make your hair any better, try deep conditioning and see how it works, because you might be doing everything else well. You might be moisturizing often. You might be making sure that your hair is braided all the time, so you're not losing moisture. You might be doing a pre-poo. You might be doing a lot of things, and the one thing you might not be doing is a deep conditioner or deep conditioning. And I figured that out for myself too, because when I started deep conditioning, I was like, why haven't I been doing this all the time? And because my hair responds so much differently when I deep condition. It doesn't get tangled very easily. The next week, the tangling is a breeze. The following week, as long as I keep it constant, the tangling is like, my hair is like butter. Which you know what? I'm going to deep condition today. I'm definitely going to do one today. Y'all have encouraged me to get one done today. While I'm encouraging you to do one, I encourage myself to do one again. Especially, I'm going to do that one. The one with the aloe banana. Wait. Oh yeah, I have banana. I have frozen banana, so I have to take it out the fridge. Out the freezer. So yeah. Let me see. So maybe not deep conditioning might be a setback that you don't even realize is a setback, you know? You might be missing out on some extra moisture retention by not deep conditioning. My hair, detangling is, what is that? When I deep condition, what is detangling? It doesn't even exist anymore. Laverne D, let's talk about edges, thinning edges and how to get them back. So I did a challenge which is actually over, although I still do it. I still do the practice. I still have the practices. Woo! You are talking a lot. Thinning edges. Yeah, that is definitely a setback too, because it depends on your habits. So if you constantly, I have my hair in a style that is actually very bad for a lot of things. So if you constantly are pulling your hair into one like this every single day, eventually you're going to lose your edges. Okay? So that's definitely one of the things that you're going to want to reduce. I think I'm kind of hearing people say that constantly gelling their edges is actually affecting them as well and starting to thin them. I don't know. I don't use store-bought gels on my hair. The only gel I use is flaxseed gel, which I recently I did a video on it to show you how I defrost the flaxseed gel. So that's definitely a setback, using too many gels on your hair, or too many, like pulling on your ends or your edges a lot, or if you did do a lot of braids and tugging on your ends when you're installing those braids, or putting it too tight, or doing any styles that are too tight for your edges, those can cause your edges to thin or break off. Remember, they're getting too much stress, and after a while it's going to break off. So what else? But basically those are things that you can work through it, whether you start back using some castor oil and you have to reduce some of your bad habits. So you can't be too ticklish about tucking, like making sure your ends are always slicked down. Like, I really don't care about slick down edges. I don't have time for that. So don't be like me and don't care about those things. I mean, just be careful when you're doing it, you know. Maybe don't do it because don't slick your edges down or tug at your edges too much because of because that can cause it to break off eventually. All right, so okay, let me go. A lot of comments are coming in. Let me go. Oh, Gabriella says, finally caught you live. Yes. Thank you for joining me, y'all. Y'all are awesome for hanging out for so long. Y'all are sweethearts. I should call you my sweethearts. My hashtag 360 Live crew. Yeah. So Andrew Wilder says, I need to deep condition more often too, but I need to find one that works. So Angie Eno says, I go between making my own deep conditioner and using the Maui brand, which I don't know about. You know me, I really don't know about brands. Because I don't really, the only thing I really use is that store-bought. It's, well, the oil, some oils I buy, and I also buy some conditioners as well. So Marissa Benjamin says, this is my new favorite channel. Oh, you are so sweet. As my students would say, this is love to students. Love. Hey, Michelina. Hey, Faye Love from St. Kitts. How was St. Kitts? Were you guys affected by the hurricane? Let me know. Glad to hear that you're safe, though, if you all did get affected. Sanina says, that's a cute name. Braid extensions made me lose my edges, so I stopped doing that. So yeah, definitely extensions. Also cornrowing. That definitely made me lose my edges at some point. Having too tight of cornrows. My granny used to cornrow when I was younger. I never thought it was anything big about it. But growing well now, looking back, that could have caused my edges to break off too, you know. Denise says Shea Moisture's edge treatment is nice. So y'all back on Shea Moisture now? Y'all using it now? I'm just playing. No, don't come for me. You know, I'm just playing. No, but seriously, y'all back on Shea Moisture now? Y'all using it? I thought we boycotted them. Oh, just playing. I'm not trying to start any bacchanal. I don't want to start any drama. Nope, not me. Denise Thompson, I found castor oil was too heavy for fragile edges that are coming. Oh, okay. So Denise says, okay, so she used to use castor oil and she found it was too heavy for her fragile edges. So now she's using aloe vera juice and water, and that made her edges come back. Okay, good. Excellent. That's great. Yes, so I have an aloe vera spritz too on my channel. Just search EFA360 TV and aloe vera spritz. That's a nice one. My hair loved that one too. Wait, Angie says, I recently rewatched your 100 layers video. So extra. Yes, I was extremely extra in that video. I was over the top. Simone, hey girl. Laverne, a good DIY deep conditioner is unsalted butter stick. Oh, this is a new one. Let me see this one. Honey, 4 tablespoons. Oh, y'all, she's giving you all a recipe. Listen to it. She uses, this is her deep conditioner, okay? Unsalted butter, like the one you cook with. Use on your bread. 4 tablespoons of honey. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. A small amount of milk. What kind of milk? almond milk. I mean almond milk. And whip until you make a cake batter consistency. Well, look at that. Look at that. This is trouble. All right. Okay. Okay. Anyone willing to try that? Let me know how it goes for you. All right. So, is this the beginning of the live stream? No, girl. I started since, I don't know, like an hour ago. Over an hour ago. Like an hour and a half ago. Sanina says, oh, thank you. I started following your channel last year. And I started keeping my hair in 2-strand twists for most of the time because of you. My hair definitely has less breakage. And it's very moisturized and soft too. Yo, yay. I'm just so glad that... I am just so glad to hear that a lot of the things that I've suggested, it's helping. It's helping. Because there's some people I used to tell, they never used to try any of the things. Like, this is when my hair first started to show a lot of length. And there's some people used to ask me, and they never used to do exactly what I said. They used to still do what they wanted. And they used to be like, oh, it doesn't work. I'm like, because you're not doing what I said. Alright, but I'm glad to hear and see that y'all are trying some of the stuff that I suggest, and some of the things that I do. I really do a lot of these things consistently. I'm glad that it's working for you all. Consistency is really the major thing with natural hair. It's not about doing a million different things, although it's okay to try things once in a while, but it's not about doing a million things to get your hair to work, okay? Well, at least not for me. I don't have the time in the day for that. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that a lot of the things that I do on my channel work for you. All right. So also, have you ever thought about locks? Yes, I did, you know. A long, long time ago. I think it was probably around the time I started to get frustrated with the length of my hair, and I didn't know what else to do to get it to grow, because I wanted longer hair. And y'all, it's okay to want longer hair. Some of us want a tall man. Nobody fights you down for it. You're okay. You're allowed to have a tall man, okay? Just saying. That's not relevant. But, yeah, so nothing wrong with wanting longer hair. So my point is that, yeah, so I remember my hair was really, really short. It was growing, but I thought it wasn't growing. It really was growing. It's just that I was doing so many bad things, it was breaking off. And eventually, I was like, you know what? I want to lock my hair. I think because you always see everyone's hair looks so long once they lock it. But it's really the dead hair, the shed hair that you're adding to your hair that makes it appear long. But a lot of people have seed length. The hair tends to grow. And it could be too that your hair is growing because you're not manipulating it as much too. Yeah. But anyways, eventually I ditched that idea because I was like, I like combing my hair. I liked being able to run my hands through it. I like being able to wash. When I wash my hair, I enjoyed washing my hair. I still enjoy washing my hair. So I ditched that idea. Also, I remember when my mom, she had this phase of, well, parenting. It's called parenting phase. Or her vision of parenting. And she was like, don't come in here with no locks. Well, my rebel sister went and locked her hair. I was terrified of my mom, so I never liked to cross her, which was bad. I should have been a rebel too. Rebel! Yeah, but, yeah, I didn't. That's also one of the reasons why I didn't lock my hair when I was younger. But I'm talking about, I wanted to lock my hair when I was older. But I liked, I eventually just fell in love with taking care of my own hair, and I didn't mind too, so I didn't ever locked it. But now, do I have those thoughts of locking my hair? Definitely not. I don't, yeah, I definitely don't consider locking my hair now at all. Whew, y'all, I take so long to get to the points of the But thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks for listening to me because I talk so much. If you were, that's the point of a live stream though, to talk. If I came on this live stream and didn't talk at all, would you sit around and listen to me? Really? Oh gosh. And I rewatch. I mean, I watch other people's live stream, and I don't sit down and watch. I walk around. I take a shower while listening to you. I cook while I'm listening to you. I chill out, you know. I comb my hair while I'm listening to live streams or rewatching live streams. So, but thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate it. Gabriella sang, if you were in college, which hairstyles would you do? Oh, that's a good series I could do. If I was in college, if I start doing college hairstyles, everybody's really going to think I'm like 20, 19, 17. I get 17 too sometimes. But if I was in college now, what would I do? I would probably do what I did when I was in college. Well, we say university, when back in Trinidad. I would probably do that. I did not very small, but I did box plaits or box braids. And there's also a style, you know what? I'm going to show, I've been saying that I would show you all a style I used to like to do, especially when I first started working too. But when I was at university, I did it as well. But I'll show you all. What else would I do? I would do larger twists. Not small micro twists. I used to do micro twists, but it used to take forever, man. Ooh, I had to take days to install them, and by the time you finish installing them, it's time to wash them again. I'm not talking about extensions. I'm talking about doing twists with your hair. That's what I used to do. I wouldn't do twists so small. I would do larger twists like I did in my how I moisturize dry hair video with flaxseed gel. That's what I would use to... That's what I would use if I was in college now. It's really easy to maintain. But yeah, what else would I do? I mean, I would keep it simple. I wouldn't want to do, because I mean, studying on its own is so much work. It's so much stress. You don't really want to have to think about your hair, you know. A lazy hairstyle would be an updo with a puff or a bun. But I wouldn't leave my hair exposed too long either. That would be like a once a week hairstyle or something. Let me see what else y'all are saying. That's a great question though. But y'all, if I really start doing hairstyles for college, people would lose. They would be like, if I really can't tell your age anymore. Oh gosh, how do you pronounce your name? Natu CBS. Speaking of locks, I just took my 10-year-old locks out, mainly with aloe juice and apple cider vinegar. Yeah. So I have a friend who had locked her hair. We met at one of my jobs, and we've been friends ever since. And she had locked her hair when we first met. And she kept her hair for how long, boy? Maybe a good 6 years or something. I'm not sure. But one day she was like, "Oh my gosh, Ife, you know, her edges were starting to thin." So that might be a setback for some, because remember the point of this video on live stream is setback. So that might be a setback for those with locks, that your edges are starting to thin from the relocking and the retwisting of your hair. So one of the things that she told me, she was ready to cut her hair off. And funny thing enough, that week or the week before, I'd actually watched someone on YouTube unlock their locks. And that was the first time. I was mind blown. That was the first time I had ever realized that you could unlock your hair. So that's when I told her, I was like, why don't you consider unlocking it? So she tried it. It took her months to unlock. I think she did it. It took months, but eventually she did. And y'all, when she unlocked her hair was so long, so thick, so luscious. I was like, dang, girl. It was nice. She has really nice hair. She has really nice hair to this day. Really thick hair. Her name is Corinne, actually. So yeah, but that's a great combination. So if anybody wants to unlock their hair, aloe vera juice and apple cider vinegar. That's actually good. Trisha writes, she's laughing at what I said. Some of us want a tall man. Alright, Sanina, good answer about the locks. I'm on the same boat as you too. Sanina, oh, do you get single strand knots? I get them all the time, even though I protect this style. 2 strand all the time and keep my hair in the bun. I deep condition all the time. Here's what. Do not stress about single strand knots. They're gonna be there. They ain't going away. It's like, I was about to say something that maybe is not appropriate. It's like, let me figure out what I should say that's appropriate. Because I had 2 examples that were inappropriate. It's that mole that I have here. It's going to be there for life. Okay? I can't do anything about it. Some people might have a big one. Like this size. But here's what. It's your mole. Deal with it. That's the best I can come up with. I'm sorry. So, but my point is, it's like, you have it. You're going to have single strand knots. I really don't stress about it. Just don't focus on it, okay? As long as you know you're doing the best for your hair, you're going to get single strand knots. We have curly hair. I think that's the thing. We have curly hair. We're going to get single strand knots. I have them all the time. I just do not focus on them. I just don't focus on them. They're there. If I pull them out right now, look, I have single strand knots. They're there. They're there. I just don't think about it. If I just comb my hair, wash my hair, deep condition my hair, and I move on, they're going to be there. If you're constantly like, oh my God, I got single strand knots, what do I do? You can't stress about it. As long as you think or you feel as though that you are doing the best, because you seem to be doing everything that you need to do, you'll be fine. Okay? Don't stress. Don't stress. Don't stress. Don't stress. So Nina says, I don't care really because I don't straighten my hair, so I stopped caring about the knots. Yeah, you should stop. Yo. Okay, but sometimes when I play with my hair, I can feel it, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah. Yeah, that's true. The 2 says facts. Now I'm scared of comb, so I appreciate your page for it. No comb swagoo. Okay. Yeah, I stopped using a comb a long time ago. And that changed a lot with my hair. If I try to use a comb now, I struggle. I'm like, no, can't do it, because I literally feel my hair ready to tear, ready to rip. So, I don't use combs at all now. Yeah, locks, you were allowed to have locks in my hair, which is so strange because my mom never I always thought locks would have been okay until my mom said that to us. She was like, you know how many things, when I went home in July, y'all, this is a tangent, I'm sorry, deal with it. But I went home and the amount of things I brought up from my childhood, my mom was like, I never said that. I'm like, woman, you have no idea how you affected my childhood by the things that you said and that I couldn't do. But yeah, she was like, yeah. Some things I brought up, she was like, yeah. I didn't say this. I didn't say that. You see why these kids, if I had kids, you see why, Mike, I will tell them secretly, be a rebel. Don't do, don't say, don't just do what you want, okay? Because when you grow up, you're going to be like, yeah, I didn't do this because of you and that. I was the kind of child, I didn't like to cross my mother. I didn't like how she got when she got crossed. So I was like, I can't deal with that. So basically anything that she said, don't do, I just don't do it. Because I was like, I don't want to deal with the stress. So I didn't like to be stressed out. I had anxiety issues, which I didn't figure out. Anxiety has to do with your lack of iodine. Oh my gosh. Y'all, because I had really bad anxiety growing up. Really horrible. That I didn't even know was a problem until I started to take iodine and it pretty much disappeared. Let me give you an example. I would not be able to do this live stream if I still suffered from anxiety. That's to tell you how debilitating and having issues with anxiety could be. I know this is really off topic, like seriously off topic, but ever since I started taking Lugol's iodine, one of the things that it helps you with is anxiety. Y'all have no idea how bad it was. I didn't know how to function in daily life. And people thought I was shy. It's not that I was shy. I had extremely personality affecting anxiety. It used to affect my daily life. Like I wouldn't participate in a lot of events or school activities or sports because of how bad my anxiety was. Like I wouldn't be on YouTube if now if I was still suffering from anxiety. That's to tell you how bad it was, you know. So you all don't know how much that Lugol has changed my life. And some people would be like, oh, just get over it, just work through that anxiety. No, it's down to like a cellular level. That's to tell you how bad it was. Even also removing your amalgam fillings, mercury fillings actually also affects your anxiety levels too. So that conversation with myself just made me reminisce about how bad things were. The things I know, y'all, the things I do now, the way I live my life now is so different compared to before when I used to suffer from really bad anxiety, which I didn't even know I suffered from. Okay, y'all, this is a really bad time. Let me move on. Okay, back to some joyous talk about natural hair. Anything else? Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap this up now. This is like an hour and a half. This is almost 2 hours, yo, and I'm hungry. My stomach is growling. I'm struggling to speak now because my tongue is all tied up from this retainer. I still have my retainers on. See? Because I took out my braces. So those who have just started watching me, I used to wear braces. I used to have a huge gap here, and I closed it. So now I'm wearing my retainers. Yeah. And if I take them off for too long, my teeth start shifting. So excuse me, I've been wearing them for about a month now. Hi, Angelic Hawkins. How are you, girl? Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, so y'all must be tired now, though. So thanks so much for watching, y'all. I'm heading out. I'm not heading out. I'm just getting off this live stream because I'm hungry. I'm very hungry. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for watching that too. Feel free to leave any comments, or if there are any more topics you want me to cover when I do a live stream, let me know and I will talk about it. I had a lot of fun, y'all. Yapping. 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 Y'all have a great weekend, okay? If you are affected by, I think Miami's about to get hit still, y'all. I'm praying for you guys. I hope that you guys are doing well. Positive vibes, positive vibrations. Y'all will do well. Y'all will be okay. Y'all will survive this, y'all. Well, as long as you have everything, all your supplies, you're in a safe place, you're in a shelter. Y'all be sure to go to a shelter, of course, if you need to. You'll be alright. You will bounce back from this, alright? So y'all, I'm heading out. I will catch y'all in another live stream next week, Friday, okay? I'll be back on. Although I might go out. I might go on a field trip next week. Alright, see y'all soon. Ciao.